Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Ignite Kids Does Sunday. Today, we're going on a picnic, so go grab your packs and let's have some fun. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Ignite Kids Does Sunday. I hope you've had a brilliant week at school and are looking forward to what we've got planned for you this morning. Now, we've got our regulars, we've got our craft a bit later on. We're going to be making a game this week. We've got our song, we've got Reds versus Blues. At the minute, Blues are winning by 2 points, so hopefully Reds might be able to bring it back today for you guys. I hope you've been trying all of our cup games and our egg games over the Easter Holiday Club and have lots of fun doing it. Okay, so today we're continuing our theme, thinking about the time after Jesus came back to life. And today we are going on a picnic. So look out a little bit later on for Trev, who's telling us the story about Jesus' very, very special picnic. But first, we're going to start with our song. So let's jump on our feet and let's do some actions and let's sing really, really loud. Here comes our song.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, the disciples had seen Jesus a few times and they'd walked through a door and they still didn't seem convinced. So that Peter said to the others, I know what, let's go back fishing. And so 7 of them went off into the fishing boat. They fished all night, didn't catch a thing. Well, they were pulling in the boat in the morning when they saw a man on the beach. And the man shouted, have you caught anything? No, we haven't, they shouted. Well, throw your nets on the other side of your boat. And they did. They didn't know why. Well, anything's worth a try. So they threw their nets on the other side of their boat. And would you believe it? Their fishing nets were almost immediately filled to bursting. But then Peter said, hang on, I know who that is. I think that's Jesus. So he jumped into the sea and he swam ashore. It must have been freezing out there. And when he got there, sure enough, it was Jesus. And Jesus had a fire and he was grilling some fish. And he said to Peter, look, there's not enough here. Better go get some more. So he went out to where the guys are dragging in the net and helped them pull the net ashore with all these fish. And he said, it's Jesus, come and see. And they got there and Jesus was grilling these fish. They must have thought, how has he managed to catch fish when we couldn't? They didn't ask him. There was a kind of a stunned silence as they sat around there having their grilled fish for breakfast. I've had kippers a few times, but Jesus hadn't cooked them. This must have been an amazing day for the disciples. Wow, imagine that. A picnic with Jesus on the beach. Wow, wouldn't you just love that to happen? But Jesus had a message for them. He was telling them they had to take the news that he was alive to everybody they could reach, everyone they could tell. What a wonderful occasion that was.
Okay, everybody, it's now time for Reds versus Blues. And you will notice we look a little bit different. There's no stairs behind us today. And that's because we are doing all of our challenges from now on in our brand new studio. Well, basically, we're in the upper hall where you boys and girls always meet. So the next time you come in here, hopefully this room will look a lot different. Okay, so this week's Reds versus Blues is flip a cap on top of a bottle. Now, I'll be really honest with you, Trev and I have had a little go at this, and it's really hard. So we'll be really pleased if we even get one on. All right, we've got 20 caps, and the person with the most caps on top of the bottle is going to be the winner. Personally, I think it's going to be the person who actually gets a cap on the bottle will be the winner. So far, the only one that's managed to do it is Trev. And Trev's team is actually losing by 2 points at the minute. So, Trev, you could really do with a win.
Yep, need this.
Okay, everybody, so we're going to have a go. Like I said, we've got 20 caps. Once we've run out of caps, it's either going to be somebody's going to win or it's going to be a draw. But one way or the other, we're going to find out in a minute. Here we go. Okay, I've got my 20 caps. You've got your 20 caps.
It's another flipping hard game, this, Jen.
It is another flipping hard game. Okay, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so see if you can flip a cap onto a bottle and see if you can do better than us. Trev, a worthy winner.
There you are.
Well
There you
done.
are.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Good morning, everybody. It's now time for our craft. And because today's story was all about fishermen, we're going to see if we can make a game that we can play with fish. Now, there are two ways you can do it. I'm going to only show you one way, but there is another way. If you make a fish shape like this and put on the end just there, if you can see, a paper clip, okay? If you've got a magnet, and you could put the magnet on the end of the string, then the paper clip will magnetize to the magnet. It'll touch the magnet and then it'll hold it. So you could actually use a magnet as your fishing game. But we're not going to do that, okay? But if you want to do that, then you can do, especially if you've got a magnet. Okay, so you'll notice I've got some different coloured pieces of paper, and on this one I've drawn a shape of a fish. So I'm going to cut that out now. Okay, just like this. Now you don't want paper that's too heavy, so you don't really want card. Normal paper will do really. If you've only got white paper, then that's fine. Just do some white paper fish, and then if you wanted to, you could colour them or decorate them in whatever way you want, but don't use anything gluey because you don't want to make it too heavy. So if you are going to decorate your fish, it's best probably just to colour it with either crayons or felt tip pens. Okay, so there you go. I've cut my fish out. There he is, my fish side. I'm gonna draw a little face on him because that's kind of make him a bit more friendly. Okay, now the next thing you need to do is get a pipe cleaner. Okay, now you might need to get your mums and dads to do this bit because we need to cut the pipe cleaner with some scissors. Okay, so I'm going to cut just a little bit of pipe cleaner like that. Okay, mums and dads, obviously be careful with that. And now I can make it into a circle. Okay, just like that. I don't know whether you can quite see it actually because it's quite dark. Okay, there it is. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little hole in my fish. Only I'm going to make the hole in the fish tail. Okay, just a little hole. You don't want a big hole. Okay, and then I'm going to thread through my pipe cleaner, just like that. So that the fish now has like a little hook on his tail, just like that. There you go. So now I need to make sure that the pipe cleaner is a perfect circle. So I'm going to twist it, okay. And now the fish has got a little hook. There it is. It's a perfect hook, look. Okay, on the fish tail. Okay, now all I need is some string, and I need a paper clip. And you get the paper clip and you kind of undo it a bit, okay? So it makes a hook. I don't know whether you can see that. There's a little hook. I made a hook there. Okay, and now what I'm going to do with my piece of string, okay, is I'm going to tie the piece of string on the other end. Now I've only got a small piece of string, but you can have it as long as you want, all right? And obviously I've only made one fish, and you're hopefully going to make quite a few fish, all right? Okay, there it is. It's now tied onto my hook. Okay, put that over there and that over there. And now, hopefully, I can try. Oh, it's quite tricky. Oh, there you go. I've picked up my fish with my fishing line. There you go. Now, you could put numbers on your fish, so for points. You could do different colour fish so that you and your friends can play. So you only get one colour fish and your friends only get the other colour fish. And you can make it a game so that if you are the first person to collect all your fish, then you're a winner. Or if you do it by points, if you're the person with the most points, then you're the winner. Whichever way you want to play it. But it's quite easy, so don't forget, all you need is a piece of paper, make it into a fish shape, put a hook on the back with a pipe cleaner. If you want to make it really tricky, use some string, and then you get some string, you hook a paper clip around the bottom, and then you have got your own, here we go, see if I can do it again, ready-made fish game. Have a go, send in pictures to this email, and I'll do some show and tells next week of all of your really cool fishy games. Okay, everybody, that's nearly it for us for another week. I hope you've enjoyed all that we've done this morning. Have a go at making a fishing game and see if you can win your friends or your family at playing that game. Don't forget, Ignite Extra is on again next Friday. Ignite Life Room, we're on again tonight via Zoom at 6:30, so we'll see you all then. I hope that you have a fantastic week at school. I don't have any show and tells this morning, so if you would like to send me a show and tell, just send it to this email and I will show some next week. Okay, so it's time to pray now, so let's wiggle those fingers. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Lord God, we thank you for all the fun that we've had. We thank you that we're back in school with our friends. And God, we thank you that you spent time with your friends too, having a really special picnic. Help us to have a great week at school next week. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Okay, that's it for us for this week. We'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye.